Hey everybody out there, my name is Kris Nicholson. I'm a honky-tonk ragtime pianist, and also I'm a music arranger, I'm a keyboard collector, I'm a piano collector, I'm also a piano technician, yada yada. I have a huge collection full of a whole bunch of keyboards modules. Um, Now I've been doing this for years and years and years, and also what I've been doing for years is actually sampling. So usually if I get a keyboard and I like the sounds of that keyboard, whatever sounds it is, it could be percussion, it could be pianos, it could be whatever, and I don't have it in another keyboard that I'm using, I take the samples out of that keyboard and put it in my keyboard that I'm actually using. The keyboard that I'm actually using is the Yamaha Genos. I also use the Korg Kronos and the Roland Phantom, which is right here, because they're all sample base. So how I started sampling is that my very first sampling keyboard that I really started sampling was the Roland Phantom. And I took all of those samples that I actually wanted and even went with my recorder from different places, piano stores, basically different Guitar Center, Sandmash, or whatever, and I sampled musical instruments. Even when people brought their musical instruments to my house, I sampled them. People left keyboards at my house, and I sampled them. And what happened is that I collect a lot of those samples over the years. I mean, and some of them are mixed samples, and it creates my own different sample library. So this started back when I first got my Roland Phantom. I think that was basically 2010 that I started that. Ever since then, I've been sampling like crazy. You could walk into my room and you're being recorded. Yes, so we're recording right now, not just on this camera, but from other cameras and other recorders. So yes, we are being sampled right now. But what I started doing is that I started putting my samples in other keyboards. So before I got the Yamaha Genos, I had the Korg Kronos. So a lot of the samples that I have in the Yamaha Genos that you heard is in my Korg Kronos. And I tell you this, they're incredible. So I decided, you know what, let me, since I use the Yamaha Genos more and it's an arranger, let me put all the samples in there because it has the 3 gig. So that's exactly what I did. And I did most of these samples for myself, everybody. And I took a lot of the copyrighted samples, which I am going to say yes, the samples are a lot copyrighted because I sampled them myself, but I took my modules, like say for instance I got my Chord Trinity, I have the Roland Dance Card, which was actually a lawsuit, that's a lawsuit module. The EMU systems, I got EMU modules right there. I got the Proteus and I got the MoFat, I got the Planet Earth, Extreme Leads, you could name it. All the EMU systems plus the EMU systems that I had before, the Proteus 1, the World, a lot of EMU systems, I tell you, that I sampled sounds, including each different keys, because I knew in the future that I was going to actually use those sounds for a special keyboard, which I didn't even know it was the Yamaha Genos. So I sampled everything. I got my PSR 48 over there. I got my PSR 4600 over there. I sampled them. I got the Korg Trinity that's in there. I had many of those sampled in, and I just sampled the O&W Pro X. And, you know, took a couple samples of them, including the piano sound. Put them in the Genos. So what I wanted to do is basically take all these sample bundles and put them into one pack. I was able to do that on the Korg Kronos and the Roland Phantom. But I was, you know, Roland Phantom was very limited back then. Korg Kronos had more memory. But with the Yamaha Genos, I was able to do it a lot easier. So I decided to make it a pack just for myself. Then I was like, wow, these things are so good. And right now we're going through a pandemic. Then I found out that Yamaha was giving their expansions away. I was like, wow, that's unbelievable. So I loaded some of the expansions up in here. It took up a lot of memory. So I said, let me just make my own expansion pack with basically all of my favorite sounds, including some of my acoustic pianos that I own right now and from the past. And let me put them in one pack. And that's exactly what I did. But I was not going to sell them. Even some of the samples were my own samples. I was not going to sell them at all. I wanted to make it a free pack for everybody. So I thought it would be nice from the kindness of my heart. I thought it would be really, really, really good. So I announced it, I think I announced it last week. And what happened is that I got chastised, everybody. I got basically treated like if I was a criminal. I got really, really chastised, especially from the PSR tutorials, from my own YouTube channel, and on Facebook. And I didn't get chastised from Yamaha. No, I didn't hear anything from Yamaha until I read the PSR tutorials. Basically, what they were saying from Yamaha is that I can use the samples, but I cannot sell the samples because they're copyrighted, which I was not selling samples at all. I was basically giving them away for free from the kindness of my heart, all that hard work I was doing. So, that's my cat. So, I thought that would be nice. Everybody's in a pandemic. This is my gift for everybody. And the samples that you heard, I know a lot of people want them. So, after all that all the comments that I read, calling me a pirate and basically just really, really rude comments, and people messaging me, oh, you stole those samples, you don't have any of those keyboards. That's why the second video, I showed you all the keyboards I have and all the modules that I sample from. I have every single one of them, and I don't let go of good stuff. If it's really good stuff. I even got my Casio CT640 right over there. That I haven't sampled that, but I sampled the CT370, and I thought that was good. So I took all those sounds and just made a nice pack from the kindness of my heart, and I got chastised about that and criticized, and it's like all the nice work that I did really didn't mean nothing. So in my mind, I took my work back. And I decided, you know what? Don't release the pack. Do not release the pack because, there's no matter what goodness you do and try to make people happy, they're not going to be happy. So I decided not to release the pack, everybody. So 24.01KN is not going to be released at all. That's my opinion about it. I love doing stuff for people, even if it's making music scores. Like, say, for instance, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm also working for the Williams company, which is the Williams pianos, and I'm helping them, design, partly design some of their items and doing the styles, like the rhythm styles that are on here. So the next Williams products, you're actually going to be hearing some of my styles. But when I try to do user styles for other companies, they didn't really appreciate it. So I took my styles back. Usually, if somebody does not appreciate my work, I take it back. And that's including piano tuning. So I'm going to tell you a little story about that. I was doing a piano tuning at La Solis Boulevard here in Fort Lauderdale. And honestly, I was being racially badgered by the staff and the guests just by doing a simple piano tuning, until they told me to stop, and then people were complaining. They were not complaining about the piano tuning, they were basically complaining about the color of my skin, and then not to get into the subject. So I left, but I didn't leave. I left the piano untuned, but you know what? I took my work back, and how I took my work back is that I took my tuning wrench and I detuned the piano. And it was a Yamaha, actually. It was a Yamaha C3. I detuned the piano all the way down. So the tension of the strings went all the way down. So when the next time they went to go play it, they had to hire another tuner to tune it all the way up. So say, for instance, if the middle C, if you were to play that piano, it was like, say, for instance, playing it when it was first restrung, not even tuned. So the tension of the bridge went down. Now, detuning it in that kind of way, the bridge could have broke and whatever. I take my tuning back if I'm not appreciating. So that's one thing about it. If I'm not appreciating for any kind of work I do, I take it back. And you know, you don't get it. You don't get it. I mean, you get basically what you paid for. Or and that time they didn't pay me for it, but it's all right. So this time, I'm not asking for money. I just wanted basically just to share my sounds, share my collection of my favorite sounds, and all my expansion packs that I have in these beautiful instruments. I have so much sound, not only in my keyboards, in my modules, and all the expansions. I also have so much sounds just in my computer alone. So my computer alone, I have probably around 20 or 40 gig worth of sounds. Just collection. So, but obviously it was not appreciated. So I will not be releasing 24.01KN at all to the public. I'm only gonna give the sounds, and you will see it on YouTube. I will only give the sounds to my closest friends that own a Yamaha Genos or a Core Kronos or a Roland Phantom. That's it. I will give all of my closest sounds to my closest friends that really, really appreciate what I'm doing, to them. Everybody else, I'm so sorry that this had to happen. I wanted you to get all of my sounds, but being chastised like that was really brutal, and calling me a pirate, and I don't look like a pirate. I mean, I could put a patch on my eye or whatever, but I don't look like a pirate. Arr, me matey. No, it was very, very bad, and you get trolls, you know, YouTube trolls or Facebook trolls. You get trolls, no matter what goodness that you do. You could do a video you playing "Mary Had a Little Lamb" of a kid, and somebody's gonna criticize about it. So me, I take things very lightly, especially at this time around, because my mom passed away around this time 2 years ago, 2011. I'm sorry, 2018. I'm sorry. 2011 was my dad. 2018 was my mom. And I take things very, very lightly if people don't appreciate my work. And so instead of me getting mad, I just take things back. And that's it. But if I decide to release this, it's going to be 10 times better than it is. So it's not going to be 01. It might be probably 04, version 04. And actually 02, because it's going to be version 02 for you guys. But for my closest friends, it'll be 04 or 5 or 6 or 7, because I'm trying to get this right. You know, if Yamaha says, yes, Kris, you can release the pack, can I help you guys release the pack? You know, if Yamaha wants to help me release the pack, I'm not asking for any money. I'm doing all of this for free. I'm doing all of this for free from the kindness of my heart, and I want to see what you guys can do with these sounds. I mean, on a Yamaha Genos, or on a Core Kronos, or a Roland Phantom. This is the Roland Phantom we're going to exclude because it's very, very old. This I said probably 2010, but it doesn't have that much memory as the Genos or the Genos or the Kronos. So these two keyboards right here, the Core Kronos and the Yamaha Genos, I really fulfilled sounds of. And if you guys, I mean, once I perfect the pack, the expansion pack for it, then I will let you know. And if Yamaha wants to cooperate with me, then I will release the pack free of charge. And I'll make sure that Yamaha makes it free, or else the pack is not going anywhere, because I want you guys to get it. All right. This has been a very kind of a different experience that I ever had to go through when it comes to sounds and anything I do. Anything I do, you know. Being chastised, everybody. You got to be nice to people. Because if you're not nice to people, then they take it to heart. And believe me, like say for instance, if a roofer goes on your roof and does stuff and you're just really criticizing them, and they're trying to put their input, what they can do, and be nice, and you're just being a total asshole, then guess what? They're going to take their work back. I've seen some roofers that will take off the tiles back and the peeling. They will take every single nail back and leave you with a bare roof. And you don't want that to happen. So, everybody, I love you guys. Please keep safe. Wear a mask. This pandemic's going on. I'm trying to spread love. That's all I want to do. Honestly, you know it's weird. A lot of people call me Piano Man, which I'm not. That's Billy Joel. I'm Teddy Bear. You know why? Because I want to spread love. I'm a teddy bear. I'm a teddy bear. Because of the pandemic, I can't hug and kiss anybody, but I'm a teddy bear. I love everybody. I do not like hate. I don't like hate on my page. I do not like hate anywhere. You know, I'm a kind of person that if hate is going on, I despise hate. I hate hate. So, please take care of yourselves. I will let you know if Yamaha contacts me about the pack. And if I have to work with the other companies, definitely. But I'm not selling it. And you will get it for free. All right? Thank you so much. Take care of each other. Bye-bye.